What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful Monday. I'm doing well myself. I come across a bit of information right here, and it is actually in light of this situation going on here, what you see before you. NASA group launches defense probe to protect Earth from Manhattan-sized comet. Okay, there's some people on edge. Okay, so much to the fact that several senior Trump administration officials are living or will soon be living in military base housing in Washington, well, in the Washington area. And those officials are Stephen Miller, Mark Rubio, and Christine Noem. Okay, they are headed or will be soon headed to military bases to live. Okay, now if you remember, about a month ago, I did a video about Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, where he had actually called this so-called important meeting, private meeting, big time, secret meeting, to all other generals and what have you throughout, the world, basically, American generals or whatever. Okay, they never really said what that meeting was all about. Now, the thing is this. These three people that I just named that's actually moving, into military bases, claim they're moving to military bases, because of political violence. The increase of political violence, I guess they figured that as far as what happened with Charlie Kirk could happen to them. But I doubt very seriously that that's really the reason why they're moving to military bases. Okay, it's like I said with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. He called that mysterious meeting, and what have you. And it's some generals even got fired for what I understand. So this thing is getting deep. And like I said, now we got NASA group launches defense probe to protect Earth from this Manhattan-sized comet. They keep calling it a comet. That seems to be headed our way. Okay, now to get into this article right here, they're battening down Heveling hatches. A NASA coordinated group has reportedly begun efforts to observe comet 3iAtlas after it was seen emitting a never-before-seen alloy and exhibiting other strange behaviors. The cosmic anomaly, a Manhattan-sized interstellar object that potentially has alien tech, has been added to the list of threats by the International Asteroid Warning Network, a worldwide coalition of space experts who collaborate to detect and monitor potentially hazardous asteroids and near-Earth objects to assess their potential impact to our planet. 3iAtlas prompted IAWN campaign to hone members' detection skills and prep Earth for a potential threat from beyond. Okay, now this is the reason why I think these so-called officials are running to military bases. Okay, and of course they got those underground dumps, they call them. I think it's dumps, where they go move underground or whatever, thinking they're gonna get away from the impending doom that's headed this way, or the Most High has professed against this place. Just say it like that. Earth, period. There's no hiding. Now we got these pictures right here, this blazing so-called comet heading this way or what have you. But like I said, the truth is going to always come out in time. There's no running from it. And that's just what it is now. It goes on to say here, the celestial object, which was first noticed on July 1st, has notably displayed a host of unusual characteristics that seem to defy normal comet behavior. These include an anti-tail, a jet of particles that points towards the sun instead of away from it, as it is typical. The comet also emitted a plume that contained 4 grams of nickel per second with no evidence of iron, a phenomenon unheard of in comets. The alloy nickel, what's that? What, tetracarboline? Carboline? I can't really pronounce that word. Or tetracarboline. Has previously been witnessed only in human manufacturing. Harvard astrophysicist A.V. Loeb told the Post. Loeb also mentioned the object's non-gravitational acceleration and anomalous trajectory that will bring it suspiciously close to Jupiter, Venus, and Mars, which he pointed out in a somewhat far-fetched paper could indicate that it was an alien probe sent to do recon on Earth. Yeah. Yeah, this thing is really getting deep. A lot of people don't understand that. It's getting really deep. And I see all these, they talk about the interstellar object, but I see all these these faces right here. And, all through this right here, I guess, space. You can see this big giant face, the nose, and then another face underneath that. You can just see all of that, And this one over here, I mean, they're all over the place, So judgment, is basically headed to this Earth. However way it's heading first. I have my suspicions on what this is all about. Some of you that heard me speak about it, I made a lesson, just last Friday, talking about what's coming to this Earth. Okay. Now to continue, IAWN will be conducting a comet campaign from November 27th through January 27th to refine methods of pinpointing Atlas' exact location. To prepare for the campaign, we will hold a workshop on techniques to correctly measure comet astrometry, a transformation without a change to a figure's shape of size, such as rotation or reflections. They wrote, needless to say, the development had ex-users quaking in their boots. They're calling it a test or improved astronomy. Yeah, astronomy. Methods. Fretted 1, in other words, the object isn't behaving like it should. Okay? That's because it's not what, you guys want it to be. It's not a comet. It is what it is, and y'all gonna have to accept that. You're gonna know this eventually, for sure. They already know anyway, in their hearts. It's the reason why you got these people moving to, military bases. It gets deeper than just political violence, folks. Don't let them fool you. To continue here, thankfully, IAWN is currently treating the drill not like a call to enact interplanetary defenses, but rather a guide for the stargazers, hoping to get a better view. Coincidentally, 3iAtlas is just days away from making its closest approach to the sun and slipping out of view. Loeb was postulated that this maneuver could be proof. Hang on a second. Okay, where was I at? Hey, let me start this back over. Loeb postulated that this maneuver could be proof that the object is a spacecraft that's using the gravity of the solar stars to change speed and trajectory. Ultimately, the fact that IAWN activated its comet campaign indicates to the scientists that 3iAtlas, which astronomers concluded could measure 28 miles across, might not be a harmless comet. If 3iAtlas is a massive mothership, it will likely continue along its original gravitational path and ultimately exit the solar system, Loeb shared in a Sunday blog post. Okay? Well, you will hope that's what it will do, exit this solar system, but I doubt very seriously that that's going to happen. Okay? It's not going to be long before these so-called interplanetary space people, space whatever you want to call them, are going to make their presence known and clear what they're here for. Okay? I've been connecting the dots for a while on this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And here we are. I can't believe it. You know what I mean? We are actually living in the times. You know, so you guys may want, like I keep saying, get prepared. One of those ways that you get prepared is to repent and then pray to the Father Yahweh in Yahweh's name that He save you from the impending doom that's coming up on this earth, the evils. Okay, and that's just what it is. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular story right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.